Maybe you're watching this on YouTube or on our church's mobile app. But as promised, I wanted to just make a quick video to update you on what's going on with my treatment. And so, first, let me just say thank you. Continue to thank you for all the prayers. It's just been humbling and encouraging to see so many people, really from all across the globe, that care about you so much that they're constantly praying for you. And I got to say that I feel like the prayers have been working. And so let me just give a little bit of review. And I think also I'm going to make a separate video. Let me know in the comments if this would be helpful. But I'm thinking about making a second video to put together to kind of walk through the journey, particularly for men and specifically for African American men, because this is sort of something that is not really talked about in our community. And then, as you saw with the passing of Chadwick Boseman, who was someone that we all love, I think it's probably a conversation that we need to have. And so I'm thinking about making a video because honestly, I've had probably 10 guys inbox me and ask me what my symptoms were. And then when I told them why I went to the doctor, they expressed that they had been having similar symptoms but had not gone to the doctor and thought that it would just go away. And so 10 is not a lot, but it's too many people that I'm connected to that may or may not have the same thing that I have and just have not gone to the doctor because they don't understand. And then there's a lot of other things that I'm learning that could probably be helpful to men, but again, specifically to African American men. So just drop in the comments on this video if you think that would be helpful, because I'm thinking about putting together a video to explain some things that may help save some of our men. And so just let me know in the comments if that's something that you're interested in. So just a little bit of review. You know that I was diagnosed back in October, second week of October, with stage 3 colorectal cancer. And initially there was a little bit of confusion about the treatment process. We had a couple of doctors, one specific doctor who wanted to follow one treatment plan. We got a second opinion who disagreed with the first doctor's opinion, and so we went to get a third sort of tiebreaker opinion, and the third opinion agreed with the second doctor. And so it was at that point that we chose to transfer all the care over to the WinShape Cancer Institute at Emory. And so I'm going to the campus next to the university, my alma mater, where I graduated from Candler School of Theology at Emory. And so I'll just say they've been fabulous. The staff there is great. Met some good friends. Even had a chance to have some really meaningful spiritual conversations with some people while I was doing treatment. So they're great. They've been great. And so yesterday was my last radiation treatment. I had 28 treatments. Yesterday was 28 of 28. So most of you know that while I was doing the radiation treatments, I was also taking chemotherapy orally, the pills. And so I take 4 in the morning after breakfast, and then 4 in the evening after dinner, just on the days that I did radiation treatments. And so on the weekends, I didn't have to take that medication. For instance, last week was this week was a holiday week, so I went on Sunday through Wednesday and had Christmas off, and then my very last treatment was Monday because the clinic was closed on New Year's Eve Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and so that carried over the last treatment to yesterday. And so as I shared before, with that medicine and the radiation, I had very minimal side effects. The biggest one being fatigue, although maybe about less than a week ago, I started to get some skin irritation around the area that the radiation has been treated, but it's very minimal. And the doctor on my visit yesterday said that I've tolerated the treatments extremely well, and I can expect that skin irritation to go away in about a week. And then the other thing is, because the area that they're treating is very close to the bladder, it did create some sense of frequency and urgency in going to the restroom. But again, the doctor said that that should go away in about a week or so. But other than that, I've had really no adverse side effects, no nausea, no vomiting, no hair loss, no anything like that. And so your prayers have been working. That's been my biggest prayer, is to have minimal to no side effects from the treatment. And so far, so good. So keep praying. So what's next? The next phase of my treatment will begin next month. And so they give me about a month off. So that, and the treatments are still working even though I'm not going, but they give me a month off for the body to recover, because on January 21st, I go back and get new scans so they can look at the progress, how the treatments have been doing in trying to reduce the size of the tumor. So I'll get restaged, but they like to wait several weeks because the radiation can cause some inflammation, and they want to make sure that what they're getting is a very good scan. And so in between now and the 21st sometime, I have to have a minor outpatient surgery to put in a port. So for those of you who are in the medical field or have ever had to do that, they put that in. Mine's going to go in my chest. So that when I begin, and I've been told that the access to the larger veins is better than consistently putting it in your arm. So they're working on scheduling that. It's an outpatient procedure. So they'll put that in, because I'll get the scans on the 21st. And then as of now, I'm scheduled to start infusion therapy on January 28th. And so this is how that's going to go. My treatments will be on Thursdays, starting early in the morning, depending on the schedule, either 7:30 or 8:30. That's going to mean doing lab work, and then they'll give me anti-nausea medication, and then around 10 o'clock or 11, depending on what time I come in, we'll start the actual infusion treatments on Thursdays, and that I'm told can take probably around 5 hours. So it's an all-day deal. The good thing is that those treatments are every other week, not every week. So basically twice a month I'll go in, and I'll get the treatments, and then they'll send me home with a pump that will be connected to my port that will continue to infuse the medicine for 46 hours. So basically what will happen is I'll go in on Thursdays, I'll get the treatment, and then they'll send me home with the machine that will continue the treatment, and somewhere around Saturday afternoon or evening, that treatment will stop, and they're going to teach me and my wife how to unhook the pump so that I don't have to come in and have them unhook it. So that'll save me 2 trips a month. So I'll only have to go twice a month instead of 4 times a month. So right now I'm scheduled for 3 of those. The goal was to do 6 to 8, but they're scheduling 3 up front. So I've got that already scheduled through February. And then I'm told we'll schedule the rest as we get closer to the 3rd treatment. And so again, that's Thursdays in the clinic at the WinShape Cancer Institute, Emory University Hospital. And then we'll see when the next round of treatments the next 2 or 3 treatments after the 3rd one. So here's the deal with the treatments. Because I've tolerated the medicine so well, the doctor thinks I'll be equally as tolerable to the medicine, because the infusion treatments will include two medicines, one of which I've already been taking in pill form, and I tolerated that extremely well. And so that'll be the primary medicine that I'll be taking again, just through infusion. And then there's a second medicine that's new that I haven't taken, that the nurse will actually do at the facility, and she'll inject that into the port. And so we'll have to see how I tolerate that. That'll be a new medicine that I haven't been on yet. But then after that, the medicine that will continue on Friday and Saturday is the same medicine that I've already been taking in pill form, which I've tolerated extremely well. And the doctor believes that there's no reason to believe that I'll have any further side effects at this point. We're so far into the treatment of me taking that medicine, and it hasn't had any adverse side effects. So praise God for that. Keep praying that we continue to have minimal to no side effects. And so that's where I am. Thanks for your continued prayers. I got about 4 weeks of no treatment so my body can recover. So right now I'm just trying to focus on getting back to an exercise routine. I really haven't been able to do that as much as I would like to, simply because just the early morning starts and the fatigue, and then also just having to be really super careful with COVID going around, with my white blood cells obviously being lower because of the medicine. But I at least have about 4 weeks where I can get out and do a little bit more activity. So I'll just have to do that carefully. But so thanks for your prayers. Again, drop in the comments if you think it'd be helpful for me to drop a separate video sort of walking people through what some of the signs and symptoms that I had that led me to go to the doctor. Some things maybe you don't know that you need to know to watch out for your body. And that will be aimed particularly towards males, African American males, just because I've gotten a number of people who were having the exact same symptoms I had and have yet to go to the hospital. And I'm encouraging them to do that, to go get checked out, because it could mean the difference between life or death, honestly. And so drop in the comments if you think that'll be helpful. But I'll continue to try to keep you updated. Again, thanks for your prayers, my family, and I appreciate it more than you know. And so for those of you that I haven't been able to say this to, Merry Christmas, and also have a Happy New Year. Looking forward to a new year. Even though this year has been crazy, I can still look back and see how God's hand has been in all of this madness. And if you look hard enough, you can see that God is still working. So God bless you all. Love you all. Thank you for your prayers. And I'll catch up with you next time. Happy New Year.